Hello, welcome to Language Listening Studio. I am Amy. Today, we will talk about last week's world news, the dates, from January 26th to February 2nd, 2026. We speak calmly. We use simple sentences. Please relax. If you miss a word, it is okay. You can listen again. Let's start.
Hello, I am Jack. Today, I will explain the weekly file with Amy. We will do 5 parts: politics, security, economy, science and technology, climate, and society. At the end, we will do a short summary.
Part 1. Politics and Institutions. This week, the United States was widely discussed because there was a problem in the federal government. There was a budget crisis. Some ministries could not get funding. This can affect public services. This topic created big tension in U.S. domestic politics.
Yes, in this tension, the topics stood out. First, deportation policy. Second, the budget debate. And the news, civilian deaths were discussed during deportation operations. After that, some senators blocked the ministry budget. Result: the federal government partly shut down. These shutdowns can cause delays in salaries and disruptions in government work.
What does this show us? Institutions can get stuck. When politics becomes harder, the system can slow down. This can also echo around the world. Because the U.S. is a big country, its domestic problems can also affect foreign policy.
In this part, the second important topic was international health institutions. In recent weeks, the U.S. entered a new period related to the World Health Organization. This week, debates about global health governance continued. Many countries talked again about the importance of cooperation against pandemics.
Okay, now part 2. Security and conflicts. The biggest security news this week was in Pakistan. In the Baluchistan region, the Baluchistan Liberation Army, BLA, started a big wave of attacks. These attacks happened in more than one place. Some cities were targeted, ports and strategic points were discussed.
This event is very serious because many deaths were reported. Pakistan security forces also carried out a large counter-operation. This increased tension in the region. Also, Pakistan made accusations towards some countries. This is a risk for regional diplomacy.
Here is the main idea. Security problems are not only local, because there are big economic projects in that region. There are trade routes, there are ports, there is energy and logistics. When security breaks in one place, the economy is also affected.
Yes, this event also showed information pollution because different sides gave different numbers. So, verification becomes harder. This is an important topic in the modern world. The risk of disinformation.
Another topic in the security part was Syria. A change of control was discussed in the city of Al-Hasaka. The Syrian Democratic Forces, SDF, entered a transition process in some areas. This means a search for a new balance inside Syria. But the process is fragile because there are different groups locally. Decisions may not be applied the same way everywhere.
Another topic in the Middle East was Iran. After protests, topics like the death toll were discussed. Also, internet restrictions and internal debates came to the agenda. These show that pressure and tension in society continue.
Okay, Part 3, Economy and Finance. This week, the IMF report was discussed again. The IMF raised its global growth forecast for 2026. The forecast was around 3%. What does this tell us? The world economy is not stopping completely. Some areas are still growing.
But there is another side to the report. There are risks. There are geopolitical risks. There are trade tensions. There are tariff debates. Also, inflation is falling slower than expected in some places. This can affect central banks. Rate cuts may be delayed.
In Turkey, expectations were also discussed. Market expectations and household expectations can be different. This difference affects price perception. When people feel prices are high, behavior changes. This can also affect inflation.
In markets, commodities were discussed this week. Movements in gold and silver attracted attention. Some days there can be sharp rises, some days, sharp falls. This means risk for investors. The idea "I will win very fast" can be dangerous.
On the company side, there was big news. Competition in the electric car market continues. Some reports said one brand passed another. What does this tell us? The technology race is fast. Supply chains are changing. Countries may also change tariff and industry policy because of this.
Yes, the world economy is not only money. Industry is also changing. Now Part 4. Science and Technology. This week there was a very interesting theme. Physical AI was discussed. AI is not only on screens. It is also used in robots. Humanoid robots can enter production lines.
This is very important because it is a new stage. For industry, robots are not only doing simple tasks, they are starting to do more complex tasks. Also, new AI platforms aim to help machines make thinking-like decisions. For example, predicting this person may step into the road. This is a big step for autonomous systems.
Another technology story came from space. A new exoplanet candidate was discussed, like a cold world. Its name is HD 137010b. It is 146 light years away. It may be very cold. Discovery important. Why is this? Because when old data is analyzed again, a new world can be found. This shows the power of science.
But there is also a note here. This planet may need more observations for full confirmation. In science, sometimes it is a candidate, then it becomes confirmed. This shows science must be careful.
In health science, there were also interesting developments. Topics like artificial organ systems were discussed. AI tools in genetics were discussed. Also, mRNA technology in cancer. Vaccines continue to be discussed. These can change health systems in the long term.
Okay, Part 5. Health society, climate, and disasters. This week, a good news came from Africa. In Ethiopia, it was announced that the Marburg outbreak ended. There were no new cases. This happened with fast tracking and strong fieldwork. This kind of success is hopeful for continental health security.
But there are also other health risks in the world. In some places, clean water problems were discussed. In some places, food safety debates continue. If infrastructure is weak, disease risk increases. This affects public health.
On the society side, a new proposal in Turkey was discussed. Social media for under age 15. The proposal aims to protect children. It is described as a step against digital bullying, abuse, and addiction. These topics are also discussed in many countries because digital life is growing.
On the climate side, January was described like a month of extremes. In North America, severe cold and winter storms were discussed. In some places, there were power cuts and canceled flights. In the Southern Hemisphere, heat waves were discussed. In Australia, record heat came to the agenda.
What does this tell us? Weather events can become stronger. One place can see a cold record. Another place can see a heat record. This is difficult for infrastructure and the economy. Energy demand rises, transport stops, agriculture is affected.
In disasters, a mine tragedy was also discussed. In the Democratic Republic of the Congo, a big landslide happened in a mining area. Many miners lost their lives. This shows the human cost behind critical minerals. These minerals are important for phones, batteries, and technology, but work safety is also very important.
Yes, we produce technology, but we also need ethics and safety. A supply chain is not only price. Human life is also there.
Now let's do a short summary. This week there are 5 main messages. 1. U.S. domestic politics and institutions were stressed. 2. A security crisis happened in Pakistan's Balochistan region. 3. In the economy, AI investment gives hope, but trade tension creates risk. 4. In technology, robots and physical AI start a new stage. 5. In climate, extreme events are rising, and money that harms nature is still very big.
Great. Now closing. Today, we talked about January 26th to February 2nd. We spoke calmly. We used easy words. If you listen a little every day, you will improve. You may miss a word. It is okay, listen. Again, repeat again. Move forward with small steps.
Thank you for listening. On this channel, we will explain world news in simple language every week. If this format helps you, you can subscribe. You can turn on notifications. See you in the next episode.
Sending love from Language Listening Studio. Take care. See you soon. Bye.